Shockingly, 1 in 50 children were victims of identity theft in the past year in the US. Scammers have found clever ways to commit child identity theft and make a living off of your kid. Now, if you're a parent, you probably have taught your child to not talk to strangers and look both ways before crossing the street. But what actions have you taken to ensure that your child's identity is being protected? If the answer is, what are you talking about, Upton? Then don't worry, because this is not your fault. We don't usually think of these things, but gladly you're watching this video, and I'm gonna explain to you what child identity theft is, how it happens, and how you can protect yourself and your child. Child identity theft happens when someone uses the identity of a minor to perform fraud. As an example, you probably know that it's illegal for anyone under the age of 16 to apply for a loan. But unfortunately, very few companies actually verify ages with government documentation. That means identity thieves could technically use a newborn baby's personal data to apply for credit cards and government benefits. And since children don't have credit scores or credit card statements, they're the perfect targets for identity theft. Sadly, children victims often learn that their identities were stolen much later in their adult life, when a student loan application gets rejected or they fail a background check. From that, it's clear that along with the money you put aside for college, you should also be making sure that the identities of your children are protected. So here are 5 things you can do to protect your child against identity theft. Number 1, freeze your child's credit. Since children can't get credit until they're at least 16 years old, initiating a security freeze is the best way to prevent identity theft. A credit freeze blocks access to your children's credit reports and denies all credit applications. In order to do that, you will need to contact the 3 major credit bureaus, Equifax, Experian, and TransUnion. When the child is old enough, they can invert the credit freeze. Number 2, teach your kids to keep their personal information private. So, as mentioned before, kids should already know how to avoid talking to strangers. But what will happen if the phone rings and the child is emotionally bullied to give out personal information like your address, emails, passwords, or credit card details? Fraudsters use psychological tactics to confuse the kids while threatening them in case they want to talk to the parents. So tell your children this simple thing. If somebody online or on the phone asks you a lot of questions about our house, immediately stop talking to them and come talk to us. Whatever they tell you is a lie. No good person would ever keep you from talking to us. Number 3, never share your child's social security number. Get this, in 3 out of 5 cases of child identity fraud, the child victim knows the perpetrator. People who have access to your house might find identity documents laying around and use them. Since you will probably not be needing the social security number of your child anytime soon, hide it somewhere safe. Also, when forms from the school or doctor's offices request your child's social security number, you can actually usually leave it blank. Share your child's social security number as little as possible. Number 4, limit how much you share on social media. Few parents realize that social media is the perfect way for identity thieves to find family members' personal information. So avoid sharing too much on your social media for your own safety as well. Even consider restricting your children from having social media accounts or messaging apps on their own names until they reach a certain age. Once they create their own social media accounts, follow them to monitor what they share. Number 5, get identity theft protection. As I mentioned earlier, children might realize that they've been a victim of identity theft too late in their lives. Warning signs of identity theft are IRS letters claiming unpaid taxes in your child's name or credit offers in your child's name. If any of this happens, you must immediately notify the 3 major credit bureaus. Aura can help you with that process while offering identity theft protection for the whole family. Aura's family protection plan comes with a 24/7 credit monitoring along with a $1 million insurance policy which may cover eligible losses as a result of identity fraud. Try it for free by clicking the link below. Many people don't feel ready to become parents. The realization comes when they see the child for the first time, and there are so many questions. How to change it, how to feed it, how to manage sleeplessness, how to manage school and college. It's pretty rare that the child's identity theft protection comes to mind, but hopefully after this video, you understand the importance and you take action, because who knows, maybe your child will actually thank you one day in the future. My name is Upton, hit the subscribe button, and I'll see you soon.